After hours with the crew, and it's after a big home win. I've got Carter Savoie with me here. I haven't talked to you yet, Carter. I'm super excited about this because you've been tearing up the league so far. Before we get into specifics about the game tonight, which you did win 4-3, just put me in the mindset you're in. You're 16 years old and you're producing at a clip where a lot of guys who've been in this league for a while, you could only imagine.
Just trying my best out there. I owe it a lot to my line mates, Arjun Atwal and Garrett Clegg. They've been helping me out a ton and communicating with me, talking to me on the bench, and just helping me get around those big guys and making me better every day.
You don't feel out of place physically whatsoever, do you? Because you sure don't look like it when we're watching you play.
No, it took me a little bit to adjust to the bigger bodies and longer reaches, but yeah, I've adjusted pretty well since then.
So 2 goals for you tonight in the 4-3 shootout victory. I want to know, like, what do you do to work on your shot? Because you've got the kind of shot that, again, like there's a lot of guys in this league who wish they could shoot the way that you do.
Yeah, just pile some pucks up after practice, shoot from one area, and get better at every shot.
5 games in a row with goals. What are you doing in this hot streak? Are you superstitious at all? I'll ask you this, because I mean, you're going to keep this going as long as you possibly can, I imagine. Is there anything that you've been kind of telling yourself pre-game to keep this hot streak rolling?
Kind of just getting to the right areas, moving my feet, shoot when I have the opportunities, and burying my scoring chances.
You're moving the shootout. Take me through that.
I choked a little bit, a little snowy, but it's okay. We pulled out the W, so.
Okay, and finally, you've got the game coming up next week against Lloydminster. It's another 12 o'clock start. So what did you learn, sort of in the terms of the preparation for the earlier start time that you're going to be able to take forward into the second time that you guys do that?
Yeah, it's definitely different having to wake up earlier and earlier for games and then come to the rink and you're just going. Just got to be ready.
Carter Savoie again, 2 goals tonight in the victory. We'll see him again at home the next time that happens, October 20th, when Pink the Rink comes around. Here with defender Michael Bentz after a big win against a division rival. Take me through that game. It was a tough one. It was a tight one, 4-3 victory.
Yeah, you know, we went out there and we did our jobs and played tough and played over 60 minutes tonight and came out with the win.
When you've got that much time spent on special teams, I mean, basically the whole first and second period, there was a lot of power play, there was a lot of penalty kill. Do you find that kind of disrupts the flow of the game, or what do you think?
It definitely makes it a different game. You know, you play special teams differently than you do 5-on-5 and stuff. It slows down the flow a little bit, but it more changes it into a different way. You're more flowing in a unit in the offensive zone or defensive zone instead of, you know, forechecking, back-checking, and that kind of stuff.
I got the impression that they could skate with you guys more when the game was physical, and I know that's the kind of brand of hockey that you like to play. When you see a lot of big hits starting to get thrown, what does that trigger inside you as one of the bigger, more physical guys on your own team?
It definitely triggers that fight or flight in me. I definitely get amped up when I see big hits and stuff, and makes me want to get out there and, you know, make a play or make a hit or do something just to help my team get going.
And I'm curious because you're kind of you're the resident enforcer on this team, for lack of a better term. You're not a brawler, but you're an enforcer. When you see Carter go into the end boards like you did there, what kind of goes through your mind, and what is your response that you want to have for your hockey club?
Well, you always take a number, because hopefully you can do it cleanly later in the game, but sometimes you do have to, you know, step up like I have in the past and drop the mitts. You know, it's not something you always want to do, but you got to do what you got to do and get the job done.
And how do you evaluate, I mean, it's probably a lot of the situational stuff, right? But you're going to take yourself out of the game, and especially you as a defenseman, if you do have to fight in that situation. Is that something that kind of goes through your mind in the minutes before that would take place?
Yeah, it definitely does. Like, you know, if you play a lot of minutes, you can't just go after their worst player or whatever, and someone who doesn't play much and is just out there being dirty. So you have to take that into consideration, and that's the whole point of taking their number for later and doing it cleanly.
Okay, so finally you get the second half of this hockey hooky home and home with your hometown team, Lloydminster. Yeah. What did you learn in that first game against them earlier this week? Maybe even in terms of the preparation, because it is an early start time. I know that's got to be different for you guys. Are you excited, and what did you learn?
I'm always excited to go back and play at home in front of a crowd. All my friends are there, and you know, I know a lot of people that come out, and it's definitely crazy having all the kids out there. You know, you get a great vibe. It's loud, and ours was really good here. We did a good job of that, and then preparing. You know, you wake up a lot earlier. You have to go through everything you do, change up your meal maybe, just because you're not going to eat pasta right early in the morning. So, yeah, it's definitely a big change.
Crusaders defenseman Michael Bentz after the 4-3 shootout victory on home ice.